Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you decide to buy a new car, suddenly you start seeing that same car everywhere. Or maybe you decide to learn a new skill, and suddenly videos, opportunities, and people related to that skill start appearing in your life. Now, is that magic? Probably not. But it does tell us something important. What we focus on, we start noticing. And what we notice influences what we do. And what we do eventually shapes our life. Today we're talking about manifestation. Not the Instagram version where you write, "I am a millionaire" 10 times and wake up rich tomorrow. We're talking about practical manifestation. The kind that actually works in real life. The kind that helps ordinary people create extraordinary changes. And trust me, by the end of this video, you might start looking at your thoughts very differently. Let's clear one thing up. Many people think manifestation means sitting on your bed, closing your eyes, imagining a BMW, and waiting for it to appear outside your house. If that worked, half the world would already own private jets. Manifestation isn't magic. Manifestation is when your thoughts influence your actions and your actions influence your results. Simple example. Imagine two people lose their jobs. Person A thinks, "That's it. My life is ruined." Person B thinks, "This is painful, but maybe this is a chance to find something better." Both people face the same situation, but their thoughts create different actions. One stops trying, the other keeps moving. 6 months later, their lives can look completely different. Not because of luck, because of mindset. That's manifestation in action. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you're walking into a coffee shop. You already believe nobody likes you. You think people find you boring. Now what happens? You avoid eye contact. You speak less. You sit in the corner. You look uncomfortable. People respond to that energy. And then you leave thinking, "See, nobody likes me." But the truth is, your belief created the behavior, and the behavior created the result. Now imagine the opposite. You walk in thinking, "I may not know everyone here, but I'm worth talking to." You smile, you engage, you ask questions. People respond differently. Same coffee shop, same people. Different belief, different outcome. Most people don't realize how often this happens in their lives. Let's talk about fitness. Suppose someone wants to lose weight. Day 1, they look in the mirror and say, "I'll never look good." How long do you think they'll stay motivated? Probably not very long. Now imagine someone else says, "I'm not where I want to be, but if I keep showing up, I'll improve." Notice the difference? One statement kills action. The other creates action. And here's the funny part. After 6 months, people usually call the second person lucky. But they weren't lucky. They simply kept moving when others quit. Positive manifestation is not about positive thoughts alone. It's positive thoughts combined with consistent action. That's the formula most social media videos forget to mention. A few years ago, I used to think confidence comes after success. Get the promotion, make money, build the business. Then you'll feel confident. But life taught me something different. Confidence often comes before success. Not because you're sure you'll win, but because you're willing to try. Think about it. Nobody starts a business knowing it'll work. Nobody starts a YouTube channel knowing it'll grow. Nobody asks someone out knowing they'll say yes. You move first. Results come later. That's manifestation. Believing enough to take action before evidence exists. And honestly, that's how almost every meaningful achievement starts. I want you to try something for the next 7 days. Every morning, ask yourself one question. What kind of person do I want to be today? not next year, not in 5 years. Today, maybe your answer is confident, patient, focused, disciplined. Now spend the day acting like that version of yourself. Not perfectly, just intentionally. You'll be surprised how much your behavior changes. And once behavior changes, results slowly start changing too. That's manifestation in its most practical form. So does manifestation work? Yes. But maybe not in the way social media tells you. Thoughts don't magically create reality. Thoughts create actions. Actions create habits. Habits create results. And results create the life you eventually live. The biggest transformation doesn't happen when the universe changes. It happens when your mindset changes. Because the moment you start expecting better from yourself, you start behaving differently. And when you behave differently long enough, your life begins to look different too. So here's my challenge for you. For the next 7 days, stop focusing on what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right. Take one action every day that matches the future you want. And then come back and tell me what changed. Because sometimes the life you're waiting for starts with a thought you've been avoiding. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And remember, the future is not something that suddenly arrives. It's something you're creating every single day.